Greetings undetermined spectators of the World Wide Web. I am Tall Lanky Guy, and welcome to my incredibly messy room. It's ridiculous. This video is going to be a little bit different than my past videos or even my past vlogs, which is kind of reflective of the fact that I had a weird summer, and I'm going to tell you about some of that in this video as well. But I figured I'd just, I'm feeling in a bit of a rambly roll around in my crappy office chair kind of mood. So we're gonna see where this video goes. So I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna clean my room while I talk. And luckily I have a good enough microphone that I can do that kind of stuff. Yeah. So basically what's been going on. These are my pajamas. My summer can be basically cut into two halves. These are one of the few things. I shouldn't say that. The first half of my summer is me looking for a job. These are one of the pieces of clothing that I own, specifically designed for sleeping in. It was a much longer segment of time. I wish that it hadn't taken up an entire half of my summer, but here we are, which is probably why the majority of them can be found in plaid, because you're not going to be finding me awake absolutely covered in or really wearing plaid pants. It's not really going to happen. I have now realized that, and the second part of my summer, which is the one that I'm heading into now, I suppose that this second half of summer is going to be shorter than the first half of summer, just because, yeah. No, I'm going to put that there. I've realized that because of how tall I am and the angle of this camera, that I can't really stand up. I guess it's just my curse as a tall person. Wait, what day is it? This is 22nd. Okay, so yeah, it's a little less than half the summer left. I'm not gonna clean my room. I'm just making my bed. I don't have the mental energy to clean up all this crap. I'm just gonna make my bed look relatively presentable so that you don't see my sleeping garments, I guess. But as of now, I have two jobs. The first job is a job that, of all the jobs that I applied for, and holy crap, I applied for a lot of jobs. I applied for enough jobs that applying for jobs became almost, in its sense, I started to treat it like a part-time job. But this first part-time job is at none other than the Golden Arches themselves. I'm working at McDonald's. It's not the ideal place that first hired me, but because I guess they liked me during the interview process, and I applied for a lot of sales jobs, which took a little bit too much into account the fact that I don't have any sales experience, and not enough into account that, as far as I'm concerned, you can really you can be a good salesman if you know how to improvise. Like, if you know what you're selling and you can talk and think on your feet, and you can be nice to people, I don't know what else you need other than to be paranoid about sales goals. But that's just me being salty. Actually, this counts as cleaning my room. I'm gonna close my closet door. There. Haven't done that in a number of weeks. So, that's the first job that I've gotten. The second job that I just got, and I'm starting tomorrow, so Monday, depending, I don't know when you're watching this, but Monday, July, it's going to be the 23rd. I am starting a day camp job at a little campground here in Fort Langley. It's going to be a good time. It's a job that I have certainly a lot of related experience in, as many of you will know. But yeah, that's what's going on as far as job stuff. Another thing that's going on is a project that I started just the other day. In fact, it technically started yesterday, which is I started a podcast. Yeah, as if I didn't have enough projects going on. I'm writing plays. I got YouTube stuff. I got my blog, which I've not written on for a good long time, and now I have a podcast. It's called Comedy Classroom. It's basically about me talking to a bunch of my friends that I've met through improv and through my various comedic endeavors, just talking about comedy and theater and university. Yeah, so there's one episode of that out. I will put a link to it in the description of this video. If you haven't listened to it, it's a really fun conversation that I had with one of my friends about various things relating to theater and comedy and improv. It was a good time. So there's that. Is there anything else? Right. An interesting thing happened this past week, which I figured I'd kind of bring attention to just because I thought it was really cool. The two most recent games that I played up until making this video right here is that I played two games. One was called Bedtime Blues. Again, link in the description. Got 2 parts of that. Got another one coming out pretty soon, probably. And the other one was called Room 303. They were both horror games. They were both very interesting. One a little bit more confusing than the other, but that's how it is. And then just the coolest thing happened where I published this video, and I guess I keep forgetting that the developers of these games that I'm playing are probably like students just like me. In fact, the first time that this has happened was when I was playing the game Adventure Next, and the developer of that game, Werewing 11, contacted me, and we're friends now. Like, we talk every now and then, not often, but every now and then. If you're watching this, hey. Anyway, so what happened was I played these games, and first video of Bedtime Blues, I got a comment being like, "Hey, glad we're excited that you played our game. It means a lot to us." And every time that I get a comment on a video, much less from the developer of the game, I get really excited. So I was very excited when literally the next video that I upload of Room 303, the exact same thing happens. The developer comments on the video, says, "Hey, notice that you're playing our game, really appreciate it, love the video." And I'm like, what? How does this happen? And I keep asking, like, how did these people even find my videos? Because, I mean, as much as I appreciate the 80, it's either 83 or 89 subscribers that I've got, despite how wonderful all 80 something of you guys are, this is not a huge channel. So anytime that my videos, reach a wider audience, it's very mystifying for me. And then I realized that, these developers are probably watching the tags and watching who's hashtagging their game and stuff. So it makes sense. But is still exciting for me. I am enjoying this chair a little bit too much. Just a little too much. What do I have coming up? I think I'm gonna be playing a lot of horror games. Just because, not because I prefer them, just because I've found a bunch that look interesting. Haven't really got much else on the docket. So get ready for a whole lot of spoop over the coming weeks. I do know that my uploading patterns have been spotty at best, which is largely a case of gonna put on the real talk hat here. It's been kind of a part of the fact that I've not been the most excited about the channel. I don't know, I haven't had as much motivation to record stuff. I've gotten kind of not bored, but just unmotivated to make stuff when on a daily basis at best my videos get 1 to 2 views on a good day. And the fact is, it shouldn't bother me as much as it does. It really shouldn't. There are YouTube videos of me playing video games. There are hundreds of thousands of people out there who are doing the exact same thing, just a different voice, different face, which has actually been one of the main things that has made me a little bit less motivated. I've been having trouble finding some sort of specialness to the videos that I make. And it's not that I don't like making gaming videos, I really do. And I wish that there was something about them that I knew to incorporate into them, but I'm 3 years into this, and I still feel like a beginner. Maybe it's because of the low budget production that I've got going on here. Bedroom and my webcam and microphone are both Christmas presents. I think it's the same thing that happened to my blog, where my written blog, where the fact that I had such a small audience made me wonder what the point of it is. Because it's not the fact that I want to be this big celebrity. I really don't. Well, it's not that I want people to see that I'm a skilled editor or that I'm such an amazing comedian or improviser, because there's nothing behind that. But my motivation behind all of the projects that I've ever done has been to improve someone's day, to enrich someone's day, whether it be with stories or poetry or movie reviews or just random rants on my blog, to gaming videos and ukulele covers and real talk stuff on this channel, to making a comedy podcast. I don't want this to sound like a poor me situation. I want a reason to make stuff for people, because I don't need to make stuff for me. I could have all these ideas in my head bouncing around. That'd be fine. I can write them down, and that'd be fine. But the fact is that I've always, and I think this is just a human thing, is I've just always been motivated by other people's responses to what I do. And I don't care. I don't care if people do or don't like what I make. If I have never gotten I've never gotten like a hateful comment on any of my videos. I've never had to deal with internet trolls. Ever at all. But the number of times that I've had to deal with any sort of response to what I make at all, I don't know. My point is basically, if I'm not making this stuff for you guys, well, I am making this stuff for you guys, but if no one's responding to it and no one finds it enriching or entertaining or helpful to themselves, I don't need to make it for me. I don't know what point to leave you guys on. I don't want this to just end with a big, I don't want to end this video on a big old pity party point. Because quite frankly, I could have it so much worse. I have the necessary equipment to make stuff, and it's a fun to make. I actually really enjoy the editing process, and it's been cool to figure out the various ways in which I want to express my ideas. I do have a lot of different projects going on, which is exciting to me. The fact that I can invest myself in so many different forms of entertainment is really exciting for me, because it's very promising for my future as someone wanting to get into the entertainment business. But I want to get into the entertainment business so that I can make stuff that people respond to. And if that's not happening, then I'll be just as happy in an office job, basically, is my point. So I think this last, I'll leave you guys on this, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I'm not going to make myself feel worse than I need to. I just need to I need to force myself to emotionally invest myself in the things that are worth it. And it's getting to a point where I need to figure out if certain things are worth it, because my time is precious, especially at this point in my life. So if I don't get any comments or anything or any sort of response from this video, I'll probably just leave this channel as it is. And I'll just kind of let it fade into obscurity, because I've got other stuff going on. I've got other stuff to work on. And if this isn't worth it, then what am I doing? I'll see you later.